brand new day, and I hope this day is going to be a favorable one for you and I. Thank God for life, thank God for strength, thank God for the enablement. Thank God for the grace that we're here and you're over there as well, and you can run your data on our place. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for always being there. It's Galaxy Television, and the program is Family and Values. What are the values we've forgotten, we've left unattended to, we've ignored, we think we've passed this? No, it's a digital age. Yes, but we need to also get into that digital age and still make our value what it means and what it takes to also keep us here and also to have a brighter future. My name is Olori Adejoke Adunbi David. My friends call me Olori AJ. I don't know where you're calling or you're seeing us from or you're watching or joining us from, but I want to believe that it's going to be a great time together on this program. I'm not here alone because my darling Joy is here. Yesterday you missed her, but she's right here. She came in much later, but thank God for life. She's here, safe and sound.
Yeah, thank
Jayo Boshians, a big shout out to you.
Well, that area, the floor, don't go there. No shout out to them out there.
Shout out to Woro.
I'm not sure.
Yano Woro. Car wash. In short, everywhere yesterday. Bele.
You're looking good.
You are looking good too.
I told you the person that did it, I give the person.
Thank you. Thank you to Mommy Daniel.
Good morning to our esteemed viewers. Thank you for always being a part of Family and Values. We love you. Thank you for always keeping the date with us. It's always a pleasure anytime we come on your screen and we know you're there to watch us. Yes, my name still remains Joy. In case you have forgotten, let me remind you. Maybe because you didn't see me yesterday, say, no, let me remind you, it's Joy. Yes, like I used to say, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. It's my birthday month. All you can do for me is subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's a birthday gift I want you to give me. This July, yes. Let the numbers go up. Join our conversation on Facebook because we are streaming live and on X, so that you don't miss any of the beautiful conversation, educative ones that we would be having. You know, it's always interesting anytime we are on your screen. Like I used to say, when you see these beautiful faces on your screen, you know, it's time for Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. Welcome to today's show. Okay,
so as you're welcoming each and every one of you to today's show, today being a healthy Thursday, what tip do you have for us? Like I've been telling you, please always wash your hands. Yeah, I didn't touch anything. I didn't sweep the floor. I didn't, you touched some creepsy, dirty currency.
Very true.
Naira notes, irrespective, even if it is coin, you touch something. Even when you're about to enter that bus, that tricycle, the railings of the stairs that you try to use to support yourself, it's something. Someone who had coincidentally, maybe someone who's got cough or a catch cold, you know, anything. It could be anybody, and you're not even looking at it from that perspective. But we need to each time, and please, our children also teach them, let them know. They need to know they wash their hands, put sanitizer in their bags. It's still the era of sanitizer. Use it, put it in your bag. As small as this can enter any lady's bag. And you will go places with that for a day.
Yes, and to add to what Olori has said, for those of you know we are in the fluid era because of the rainy season, please make sure vitamin C is a part of your daily meal. It's very affordable. That's it for your children. There is no overdose. When we talk about supplements, vitamin C is something this period you shouldn't joke with because it's going to help with a lot of the fluid, the cover, especially for the children. And for you adults too, you need it, please. Make sure you get vitamin C, one of the supplements, and then always have it every day. And it will help you.
It will. Though then we used to buy it for 300. Now the bottle, the plastic bottle of maybe 100 pieces, buy for 300. But now it's 1,000 plus.
So you can do counting for your children.
You can do counting, or you can also look at for fruits. You know, with vitamin C, it helps a lot. Orange, and also take them away from anything cold. Don't expose their chests to the weather. You know, even you yourself as a mom, also grease your, Your lip, it's good. It goes even for those children. Okay, so as we go into our talk, health week, health day, health moment today, we'll be going for a mini feature. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, just stay tuned. Thank you. It's still Galactic Television and the program is Family and Values. Myself and Joy, this morning we have a great topic before us, and I want you to call your neighbor, that's your friend. Oh, maybe you're already in the office. Please tune in, call all the men around you from the age of 40, and it will go a long way for each and every one of you and everyone around us also to learn one or two things. And this morning we have our own Oluwatoyin Oyihalegbe, Labalaba one of Africa. She's called Toyin the Hibiscus on Instagram. She's our guest this morning, and she's live on Zoom right here from Lagos. A beautiful morning to you, Oluwatoyin. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Beautiful morning. It's good to see your faces. How was your show last night?
Well,
hello,
thank
can
God.
you hear me?
It's good.
I was expecting to see you in the studio.
My thought mornings are usually like this. I'll have to rush and all that, but it's fine. I'm glad to be here.
Bring down your energy to the studio. I was really expecting to see
yeah.
that energy.
You know, having a night a radio or TV show and early morning again, it's always very cumbersome when you wake up. Sometimes stay all night having a show. Okay, so Laba one, it's so good to have you. And this morning, we are still coming back to our menopause. We still have many things to discuss that you and Joy did not finish. So we are coming back to that. But now we want to call the attention of the men to andropause. Andropause. Okay. Many men don't actually know what it means or whether there is anything like that. Many are not aware. And those who are aware, you know, when they hear, they like, it's not going to be like women. Yes, of course, it may not be as much, but there are certain things that come their way that they misunderstand it, and that's why we need to discuss it. And thank God you're able to have our time this morning. So I'm going to put it to you. What is andropause?
All right. Thank you very much once again for having me on your beautiful show and on your beautiful television station. Well done, ladies. You're doing a marvelous work. Yeah. Andropause. I remember when I was on your show like 2 weeks there, about 2 editions ago, when we were talking about menopause, I made mention of andropause. And even your guys in the studio, some of the people, they were like, really? Is there anything like that? Yes, andropause is male menopause. If we know what menopause is for women, well, not quite 100% like, but it's also something that seeks to pause the man's life, or probably, you know, try to put a stop to the man's regular operations. That is andropause. A time when, you know, it gets into midlife, and things that used to ginger and be gingered are no longer there. As your feature story said, as a result of a decline in man's testosterone level. For women, for menopause, it's estrogen levels. Then for the men, it's the hormone that makes them man begins to go on a decline. And that can happen from 40s, like you said, some extreme cases before 40. Yeah.
Okay, I love the illustration you're doing. I wanted to ask, how early does it occur in men? You just said some early 40s, mid-40s thereabouts, and some extreme cases before 40. But then, the early stage, how is it treatable? Is it something they can manage for those who have theirs extreme early? I'm not talking about those that, yes, are in that age bracket that you know that, okay, fine, this age to this age it can come. For those that we are talking about, it comes extreme early. Is there treatment for it? Is there a way they can still manage themselves around it until, you know, they get to that point where they are stable and it comes at the normal time?
That I think my video went off. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you. We can see you.
All right. Okay. When you say, you know, a lot of the times, just like menopause, we tend to think it's sickness or disease or medical condition. Yeah, kind of. But both menopause and andropause, I know we're focusing on andropause today, they are just a natural phenomenon. It's a life stage. Yes, you can manage it. When you say treatments, it would look like it's sickness, so you want to treat it and all that. I'd rather we say strategies to managing it or navigating even during this time. So if andropause comes about as a result of low levels of testosterone, so what it means is what they need to do, what the men need to do is to just find strategies of boosting or increasing, improving their testosterone levels. And there are so many things to do. Maybe we want to talk about, okay, so what are the things? How do you know that you are in andropause?
Yeah.
Or how do you know that?
Yeah, the symptoms. You can go ahead and give us the symptoms. Go on. Yeah. The symptoms.
Okay.
It's natural.
It's naturally, you know. But during when andropause begins to come in, and somebody might say, 40, that's too early. Because that's actually the time a man should be firing, should be doing, doing all that they want to do and going up, everywhere they want to go to. But just like I said 2 weeks ago, concerning menopause, you would have been living your life in a certain way, oblivious that a time like andropause will come or midlife will come and all that, and you will not be the same way as you used to. You've lived your life in a certain way. And some of these things, like a lot of men love sugar, they do tobacco, they do all of these things and all that. So these things are piling up. They are being stored in the bank. By the time you get into midlife and all that, they begin to show, like, okay, this one is not as active or strong as it used to be and all that. So they can begin to experience fatigue. Probably number one on the list of the symptoms of andropause is fatigue. You just find that you are constantly fatigued as a man. Constantly fatigued. So fatigue is one. Low libido. You have been all over the place, or maybe you've not really been all over the place. You're just average and all that. But when you come into andropause, it gets, because what makes omokunrin? Sorry, you will have to translate
Just
that.
slow down. Yeah, go on. We are good.
Is the testosterone level and all that, how man and much you can be. So when they begin to go on the decline, low libido, because that's what's responsible for your sex drive. So when it's on a decline, or it's not balanced, as it were, you begin to lose interest in sex. And yes, in sex. And once that is there, that is also the time that they may also begin to experience erectile dysfunction. You want this thing to be erect. The thing is telling you, sorry, I won't sleep small. Do you understand? Then insomnia is also one of the symptoms. Not being able to sleep. Not finding sleep at the appropriate time and at the right time and all of that. not able to focus as a man during this time, you are not able to focus. That may be the time, oh, I want to do this. Before you get midway and all that, you jump onto another thing because you are constantly fatigued. So you are thinking, there's no zeal for this, there's no zeal for that. So you lack concentration. Your concentration is poor. Your focus is poor. You're not staying focused on something. And you know a man getting into 40 and all of that, you're supposed to be the leader, man. But if you lack focus, if you're not able to concentrate, how do you want to lead? Either lead on your job, in your business, or at home is difficult. And God help this man if he does not even know anything about Andropause. So it's a great thing that we're having this conversation. So let me
Thank you
stop
so
at
much.
that.
Okay. Now, we need to go for this short break. You have to hold on for us. We'll go for this short break. But we'll be right back. Okay? So it's time for us to go for our... Okay, we've been discussing Andropause, with the founder of Amano Hub. She is Oluwatoyin Oyalegbe. She's live on Zoom with us right here in Lagos. And we're going to continue our discussion. John, over to you.
Okay. You know, when we talked about menopause, you did talk about, you said the lifestyle of every woman determines how she will get to that stage of menopause and the effects that come with it. Now let's talk about the preparatory stage for men. Now, is it also how in the course of conversation you talked about lifestyles, so the way they, you know, those that love sugar, tobacco and everything. But now, how can men prepare themselves for what is coming their way? You know, when you came here on the show, I told you that I was hearing that men had it, and I was like, hey, okay, because we are all fond of hearing menopause, and now we are now hearing that there is a man's aspect of it. How do they prepare themselves for this stage that is going to be for them? Because of course, every woman knows that a time will come when she'll get to that point where she's not going to be reproductive again. But there is this notion out there. Men believe that even when they get to 99 years, 70 something, they are still strong. Like they have this 100% assurance that no. But here we are knowing that no, it's not that way. So how do they prepare themselves for what is coming their way? Still to enjoy old age gracefully.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Andropause and menopause, like I said at the beginning when I was introducing, I was talking about what andropause is. It's not quite like menopause where it is the end of the productive life of the woman. The man is still able to produce. You know, it does not take 1 million sperms to fertilize the egg. Do you understand? It can just... What really happens, men are still able to produce during andropause. It's only a decline. It's not like a total blackout.
Shuts down.
Do you understand? Yeah. Yes, with what they eat, with the lifestyle and the things they need to do, which we are going to get to, their testosterone level will shoot up, and they will be able to live well. It's not the end of their productive life. No, it's not. Unlike menopause, it is not. Yeah. So
okay,
some of the things they need to do, you said, how should they prepare for it? Like this conversation is for them to know right now that, okay, so andropause is waiting for me in my future. And you don't just get to andropause, you don't just land on andropause stage just one morning suddenly. We know that we age, like you said, we age as we advance in age, as the days go by, we're advancing in age, and these things will definitely happen. So it behoves on us to live a healthy and a balanced lifestyle. It's all about what I've been carrying, what I've been eating, what I'm chewing, what are you eating. You know, the Yorubas say, I don't know if Olori will help me to translate this. Sorry, my show is Yoruba, so I've come to
Okay, go on.
more a lot of
Let's try it.
you know. It says,
Okay,
it is
what a
what you
bird
feed
eats is
yourself
what the
with
bird will fly
and
with.
what you carry, what you have inside of you that you will fly, you will take flight with.
Fly with. Good.
So if somebody has been living recklessly, if a man has been like the men around me, especially the boys and the young adults, in fact, you will see me literally begging them, please don't do too much sugar. I didn't even know much about this when we were little. Oh, my big brother, and maybe he gets to watch this, but that's his past now. Used to love a lot of sugary things. And my mom pampered us nicely because she had been through a lot and we went through it with her. So when she came into her own, she thought, okay, the way to appreciate us, the way to reward us is to just give us good things of life. And she thought in her wisdom, bless my mother's soul, just give them good stuff, and just like we have mothers today,
Yeah.
where you just buy your kid that curry drink, that sweet tooth, and all of that. My brother used to pride himself on the fact that I can finish 1 crate of mineral in a day. And we thought it was a thing of pride. And, they did competitions and all of that. But by the time all these things began to show face, oh my God, it took a village to get him back. I mean, details that I cannot even begin to. So we just thank God. So I begin to educate our boy. How you live now is going to determine whether you are going to be man enough for a long time. And you see, one of the symptoms of andropause is depression. Because when a man cannot perform, andropause comes to attack your performance as a man. And when a man cannot perform optimally or cannot even perform at all, because when there is low sex drive, you have carried everything that is the man. A friend of mine once told me that, see, if you want to dagger kill a man, tell him that thing that is on between his legs cannot work. Or if it works, the work is not into fruition. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we begin to have that conversation with them. We begin to tell them that any man around you, and it's also the time to support our men, just like I called for the men to support the women. You see, we wash our hands, wash my hand, rub my back, I rub your back. Because we all are coming to these levels anyway.
Whether we like it or not.
So,
So
sorry, this Zoom one. All right. You want to say something?
So I said yes. So everybody will come to that stage. I'm supporting. I'm supporting, buttressing what you're saying. That we'll get to that stage at one point in time of our life.
Yes. So we need to tell our boys. We need to tell our boys. We need to tell our men. We need to tell our colleagues out there. That's okay. So this time is coming, and when it comes, what should you? How to prepare for it? Prepare what you eat. It is important. And these are the same things that you will use to navigate andropause stage of life. Just like menopause, there might be a time that you come so strong, you can feel all the symptoms like they are heavy and down on you. But later, as you also age, you get to where, because of management, you've been able to manage it, or you are coping and all of that. So it's not as much. The effect on you is not as much as before.
Okay, now Tony, I want to also.
Very important.
I want to ask while you are saying what they should do. Is it advisable, just like we talk about, how heavy is this andropause on men? Is it the same level of weight on men we have on women? You understand? How heavy is this andropause when it comes to men and women? It seems it's more weighty on women than men because of the production and everything the women have to go through.
Yes. You would say because there are many more estrogen in a woman's body, just shuts her down, as it were. Do you understand? For men as well, it's only the one who wears the shoes that knows where it pinches, most. So for them, you can imagine a man. Do you know that this lack of this depression that men go into, sometimes some of them leave their jobs? Do you know that some of them, not knowing what is wrong with them, commit suicide? Do you know that it's not everyone that we see on social media that we hear their reports that they committed suicide is as a result of owing money, having a pile of debts? Do you know that some men lose their entire self-esteem and they are no longer, they lose their voice entirely just because something is happening on their inside? It cannot even, it's even worse with men because they won't even talk. Men won't talk. It's better with us because women will always talk. But our culture has said that if it's only lambokunri, man, you have to be strong. Men don't cry. Men don't talk like that. Is everything that is doing you bring out? And because of that, it's also weighty on them. You can never say that something is doing you more than is doing the other person. It's only that person that will know exactly where that thing hurts. So for them, in their space, as man as they are, is also affecting them. It's also affecting them. Yes, because you're a woman, you're experiencing your symptoms and all that, you're like, oh God, this is the worst of all. Do you know that some extreme cases of andropause, men have hot flashes, they're just sweating all over the place, and that alone, not knowing what's doing you, can make the man begin to think that, I know men who, as a result of the depression, the stress, and everything, who left their work, like, I don't think, it's like, and women, if the woman is not aware of what andropause is and that her husband could be in andropause, the woman could just wonder and think that maybe the man is getting lazy or laid back. Do you understand? So it's a whole lot as well. It's a whole lot. It's just that there's no way to swap. You would have said, okay, maybe swap and see how it is. Nobody is even trying to swap. In your space, we have God given us the capability to handle, each of our spaces. And that's why we are having this.
Okay, now, I love this conversation because it's an eye-opener to a lot of men out there who now take caution of what they take in. The last time we were talking about menopause and then we were talking about healthy lifestyle, talking about healthy eating. So I want to ask, can fruits also help men? It's very, should I say, very uncommon to see men eat fruit. I think maybe, they are fond of going to the gym. They are on let them go to the gym, the 6 parts, the wavy, heavy lifting thing. But women would also want to do dieting. They would also want to take a lot of food, take a lot of water. So can also eating lifestyle, dieting also help men, when it comes to what the conversation we are having today. Can eating healthy, can taking fruits also help them? Because when you're serving them fruit, they'll be like, take this. There's how they'll no, please take this out for children, They make it look like fruits are just for women, or kids. They themselves. So now, since we're talking about them, can healthy eating also help them? And then back to other questions, can supplements also assist their lifestyle to assist them in this process? Because we're looking for ways on how to assist them. This thing you're saying, I have someone very close to me that is having this. So now I would go back and say, okay, come now we understand what your problem is. It's not the village people that are disturbing you. This is it, because to be honest, it has gone to the point of deliverance, church issue. Okay, I don't understand, there's an attack. But now with all this, I'm trying to now know that, okay, now this is where this man is. So now can healthy lifestyle, eating fruits, taking supplements also assist in their stage? Just like you advised to women.
All right. Thank you very much. You have already mentioned about 3 of the ways to navigate andropause stage of a man's life. I think that for me, top on the list will be having a healthy lifestyle. let me not just put it as diet only. Of course, part of a healthy lifestyle, in fact, a pivotal part, a very important part of a healthy lifestyle would be a healthy dieting, healthy feeding, eating healthy. And part of eating healthy, of course, is eating fruits and all of that. So men should concentrate on balanced diets. I know, so in fact, talking now, I can picture a man in my space, sorry, let me say one of the men in my space who loves to eat meat. Meat in you, no matter the meat, let's just devour. At this time, men should concentrate on lean meats. Lean meats. Some already are doing it, like, I don't know, it's goat meat I want to, it's lamb, it's this and all that. Grains, whole grains also are very, very important. Let's not just eat the way we've always eaten. As men, I'm talking about, that now. You also mentioned exercise. You said men are just about the exercise. Men, beyond getting the six-pack, you see, there's a point a man gets to. Six-pack is not it's not the thing that is doing him. Of course, if I see a 60-year-old with the boss and all that, oh, that's attractive and sexy. But beyond the six-pack, beyond the look, it is the feel that you have from exercise. So it's important for men to consciously and intentionally gym. They should exercise because of lifestyle. So this is now as part of lifestyle, not lifestyle of I want to look good in my clothes. Of course, that would deliver that as well, because see, it's important for your emotional whatever, how your mental alertness, how you look also matters. Do you understand? Even as a guy, and somebody comes and says, wow, you're so good in what you're wearing. And if we have the right shape and everything, what you wear would look really good. So exercise, and the exercise does not necessarily mean going to the gym all the time. They can run. One exercise that I always prescribe, both for men and women, is dancing. Dance till you drop, because you won't even drop. Dance and sweat. I like to do that. So that's a fun activity I do, and I'm exercising at the same time. The same thing for men. Running, swimming, cycling. And just in case you're in a place, okay, so you can't cycle and all that, you can run. You can even run up and down your staircase.
Your staircase.
Or your compound. Make sure it is a run. Don't say, okay, because I'm not on a field or I'm not on a track. Make sure it's a run. Don't walk down and up staircase, up and down staircase. No, don't walk. If you must walk, make it brisk walking. Brisk. That way, you're bringing out the sweat and you are getting the blood to go round. So that it is very important. Lifestyle is very important. Not tobacco. Not caffeine. Because in Andropause, the man does not have enough sleep already. So why do you want to the little sleep
Add
again?
more to it.
Little sleep. Yes, and when you don't, all sorts and forms of stuff can take place, can happen.
Okay, now all forms of talks. Yes, I wanted to say, as we're rounding off, I wanted you to just advise, you have started it. Then in the process of running, please, the staircase, why not do it around your premises? Because you are no longer children, even children sometimes. Yeah, because the kind of staircase, sometimes you come across some, you have to lift up the whole of your leg before you get to another one. So you need to be careful. You need to be careful. So I just wanted to advise our men out there. You started tobacco, no, alcohol limitation, and they should also go on limits. What about seeing a medical doctor when they start feeling uncomfortable, uneasy on themselves, rather than just concluding somebody is from the village or somebody is hurting them? what's your final advice for our men out there? I just
Thank you
wanted to wrap it up with that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'll quickly rush it because there's also the part of weight management, stress management. There's also the part of not overthinking. You see, at this stage of life, because a lot of men will think, okay, I've not achieved, I've not done this and all that, but because they would have been playing, all of a sudden it dawns on them that, whom I 40, I'm 40, 45, 50, what is my life, you know? And they begin to stress, they begin to think and overthink. Instead of overthinking, replace it with meditation. What does meditation do for you? Meditation puts you in the present and gives your head calm to be able to even map out how you want to go from where you are. It is not late to do good stuff and all that. Just like Olori said, I don't know if that was Joy, if you begin to feel fatigued and all these things and all that, first stop, check with your healthcare provider, with your doctor and all that. Confirm. Let them do a test on you to check your testosterone levels. Once they check and they say, this is just like a menopause. They say, okay, so what you're having is not any of those other things, it's not this, it's not that. It is just andropause that is worrying you, then, you know, eat it, do all of these things. Supplement is also good. Vitamin D is good. Zinc is good. You know, omega-3 fatty acids is good for men and all that. A lot of water. Drink enough water. It is important for all of us as human beings. Menopause, andropause, we must hydrate sufficiently, because when you're dry there, when the body is dry, when you are dehydrated, then a lot of things can also begin to go wrong from there.
Thank you so very much. It's so good.
Of course, basically,
yeah, you've really done justice to this morning, and we're so grateful. Thank you for having our time. So now you can release you and go and rest. Don't go anywhere. Just put your phone on silence and just rest. You need it. Thank you so very much. We've been talking with the founder of Andropause. She is Oluwatoyin Oihalegbe, and she is Toyin the Hibiscus on Instagram, or Labalaba One of Africa. Thank you so much for being on the program. We appreciate you. I've been talking about Andropause this morning. Tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day as we'll be discussing emotional attachment. What are you attached to? Emotional attachment. Some love cuddling from baby, and they still love cuddling. So many will be looking forward to having a guy who has, who has a very big body, chest that can actually cuddle them. They can just hold on to when you're sleeping. And some are so much pampered that they believe they don't need to lift their finger to do anything. They just want their man or whoever that's going to be their partner to always be there to make all the provisions. We'll be talking very well on that tomorrow. My name is Remain Olori Adejoke Adubi David and Joy.
Thank you. Of course, I'm still Joy. We will see you tomorrow as we round up the week tomorrow. Yes, I'm kind of excited. When it gets to Friday, tomorrow is Friday, so I'll be
count down to our birthday.
Count down to my birthday, yeah, count down. Thank you for being a part of the show this morning. We love you, we love you.
So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a splendid day. Thank you to everyone that